Hey, good morning from the office. I'm your host, BKP. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Best show out there is what I think. You know what? President Donald J. Trump, there are all the ways. Good morning, Destiny, out there in the production room. There's the ways you can get in touch with me, chief at fetchernews.com, our phone number, and there's the social media ways. Yes, I have Scalia's Court on the desk today. I want to talk about that a little bit. Anyhow, you know, it's a great morning. We're the best at what we do. How come the media can't take that? How come America can't be the best? How come you can't get up and be the best? How come you can't get up and think you're great? How come you cannot get up and say, I'm going to finish first? I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm going to move forward. I believe in America. How come? Why not? Do you realize that's Trump is I'm going to go. There's this, Mr. Trump, there's a storm right over there. Now, over there, the sun is shining and there's Chuck Todd and there's the deep state, but the storm is over there. Please do not walk into the storm. I'll take the storm. I'm going straight in it. I'm going to go straight in it. And I believe we're going to come out the other side. What a guy. Now, yesterday he goes to Arizona. And I was thinking about this. What do I want to open? This is Antonin Scalia. Okay. Remember, he died with a pillow over his head? Oh, out there in Texas hunting. He was at the dinner. All right. So they have the pre-hunting dinner, and Scalia is happy, and everything seems well. And nobody's seen anything wrong. Now, it could just happen. I notice it never happens to Ginsburg. Ginsburg doesn't. She's 87. No. They get her right into the hospital ASAP. You notice that? You ever stop to think how Ginsburg gets to the hospital immediately? Ginsburg has been through everything, now a gallbladder infection or something, and they get her for antibiotics. But this guy, he is yucking it up with the boys the night before a hunt in Texas, as he used to do all the time. Everything seems well for Anthony. He goes to bed, and boom! A pillow falls on his head. Just saying. Then they can't get him to the hospital in time. Just saying. But boy, they can get Ginsburg to that damn hospital immediately, right? They can keep her alive. All right. I know. Did you have to start there? No. Let me tell you where I'm going to start. I watched the President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump. I watched him fly out there. I watched the big bird go up, land in Arizona. I watched him go into two places. Well, that would be four. Two places yesterday. And just optimism, wow, but not the media. So I thought I'm going to start with what the media doesn't want you to see. And that's a long list. We only do 2 hours a day. I've got a couple guests coming up this morning that I want you to meet candidates. So let's go with that one. You remember the one I told you I want to start at like 40 something, the number 3. You got it? Let's start with that one. Pay attention, folks. This is a lot of fun to start with.
Well, to Betty and Jorge Rivas at Sammy's Mexican Grill in Catalina. Where are they? They're around here someplace. They're great. Where is the bike? Come on up here. Come on up here. Come on. Say a couple of words. Say, these people, I saw them on television. I saw them on television. They were being devastated by what happened. And I put out a simple tweet saying what wonderful people they are, and they became very rich. They had lines that went around the block. Say a few words, please. Come on. There's a mic right over here. I can't believe I have to socially distance myself from these two people. They're probably the ones that want it from me. Please say a few words.
Mr. President, we thank you very much. I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I think we represent a lot of the Latino community that is very proud of the job that you're doing. And I think most of us, all of us, all the Latinos are going to vote for you. Because we think you're doing, like I said, a very good job. And I thank you for all the support that you're giving us. And my wife and I are very happy. what else can I say? Thank you.
I really appreciate it. That's beautiful. Go ahead. Oh, that's nice. Would you like to say it? Go ahead, please. Yeah, you can pull that down.
Muchas gracias, señor presidente. Estoy muy contenta y feliz. Y de parte de muchos latinos que nosotros conocemos, sé que su voto va a ir por usted. Latinos love Trump.
Ah, that's
yes.
Great people. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll see you. That's fantastic. So today, they took care of 150 healthcare workers at Devon Gables Assisted Living Facility in Tucson, and they've been helping a lot of the people here get some good food, and they're sending Donald Trump the bill. I can't write it off to the government because they wouldn't like that, but we're paying for it, so make sure you get me that bill. But we have, they are just two terrific people. Again, I saw them on television. And
all right. They cannot, the evil media cannot stop the American people from loving their president, not liking, loving their president. And they can't stop Donald J. Trump from loving the American people. They can't. They can't stop it. They don't know what to do. They have to have meetings and they say, you know what? How do we stop people from loving this guy? How do we do it? How do we stop him from loving people and caring? How do we do it? Right? They don't know what to do. Sammy's Mexican Grill and Cantina, right? The media did not want that out. I watched this morning CNN. I'm going to show you their daily routine, okay? CNN and MSNBC, none of them want that out. They don't want that out. He's in Arizona. That's right. How about yesterday signing a resolution for the Native American communities out there or governments? Is it the Navajo tribe? They did none of that. I get up at 8 o'clock in the damn morning. Oh my God, I'm not going to use, not 8 o'clock. I get up 4 o'clock. I turn on and I'm waiting to see these optimistic pictures and these optimistic stories on the greatness of our country coming back, getting through this. No, not a word. CNN, not a word. MSNBC, not a word. And I know there's no difference on CBS, ABC, and all the other pieces of garbage this morning. They do not want you to hear, I will, okay? We represent a lot of Latinos in a lot of the Latino community. No, they did not get up there and say that. Well, the media, we're real journalists. We cannot report setups. That was all set up yesterday. Okay. All set up. I get it. We represent a lot of the Latino community. All Latinos going to vote for you, Mr. Trump. All. Because we represent them. Mucho Latino. I mean, I am just in such a great mood this morning. I know the pieces of garbage are out there. I know there's a new whistleblower. I know the Democrats are trying to set up impeachment 2.0. Yes, they are. Impeachment 2.0. The Democrats are getting everything in line for the next 6 months. Okay, so if this guy gets reelected, and even before, we got impeachment 2.0 coming. That's why we have to take back the House. Latinos love Trump in Arizona at a Honeywell factory. So let's continue with the next one, okay? Because what we want to do is we want to show you what happened out there yesterday, all right? What happened? Some people like, Sammy's Mexican Grill and Cantina out there, they were, boom, now we want to show you, I think I have another time I want to start. We're going to play 4, okay? Because I want to show you what happened at Honeywell yesterday, and then I'll give you a quick what the media opened with. So give me number 2. The second.
We haven't seen for a long time. Bruno Aguinaga worked at another company for 22 years, but he jumped at the chance to support America and America's war against the virus right here at Honeywell. He's wanted to work at Honeywell always, and he had his chance. Now he is a first shift team leader. Bruno, please come up and say a few words. Bruno? Thanks, Bruno.
Wait a minute. What happened there?
First off, we want to say thank you, Mr. President, from the Aguinaga family.
Good.
Folks, so I'm here today to just kind of let you know a little bit of my background and the company that I left to support the N95 mask and the fight against COVID-19 with Honeywell. I was employed with Boeing for 22 years out in California, relocated out here in Arizona. Got a little chance to work with the folks out in Boeing Mesa on the Apache helicopter as well. It's when I resigned with the Boeing company after so many years to be a part of the Honeywell team. Here at the Honeywell team, they treat you right. It's great culture, great people. Mr. President, God bless America, right? Thank you.
Thank you, Bruno. Great job. Thank you, Bruno. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Bruno. And the next time I'm here, I think we'll shake hands.
Whoa, I want to hear that again. Can you get right back there? I forgot one thing I wanted him to say, to hear him say. Can you get right back where we left it?
Jeff, thank you, Bruno. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Bruno. And the next time I'm here, I think we'll shake hands and we'll hug each other with the job he's doing. Okay, Bruno? Thank you very much. Ursula Warner is a proud Air Force veteran who courageously served her.
Next time I'm here, we'll shake hands. Oh my God. Fauci must be going nuts. Medical scientists must be going nuts. Next time I'm here, I'm going to give you a big hug and shake your hand. And you got to have Bruno. You never can have something without Bruno, okay? Bruno, 22 years with Boeing. God bless America. Why? My God, you can't get up there and say, God bless America. So Bruno, now let's go with Ursula. I think her name's Ursula. Let's go with number 3, and then we're going to go with number 4. I want to show you what took place yesterday in Honeywell. You're not seeing anywhere else. Well, you see it other places, but not the clown shows out there. Let's go with the third one, Destiny.
Veteran who courageously served her nation in Afghanistan and all around the world. Now she is continuing her legacy of service right here in Phoenix. Ursula, please come up and tell us how you chose Honeywell and why did you do that?
Good afternoon. My name is Ursula Warner. I am an operations supervisor here at Honeywell for the N95 site. I have spent over 20 years serving our country, the United States Air Force. Thank you. Of those 20 years, I spent 15 years in leadership and management positions. Like the President said, served a tour in Afghanistan and a couple of tours in Iraq, and was highlighted by the United States Department of Army and Air Force for that. I just retired this past March, and I actually had a different plan, but after my retirement ceremony and I saw that the N95 site was standing up and what the purpose of it was for the first responders and our medical personnel on the front lines, I decided I wanted to be a part of that, a part of something bigger, to continue to serve this country in a different facet. I'd just like to thank the leadership and also Honeywell for the opportunity to provide different jobs and things like that for the people in Phoenix, and also me specifically, the opportunity to continue to serve my country on a bigger aspect. Thank you.
Now, he goes on to say, Ursula, you weren't retired long, only 2 days. Now, let me put something else out here that they're not talking about this morning. This Honeywell, okay, factory went up in, is it 5 or 9 weeks? This is something that should have took, I think it took 9 months. Look it up, fact check me, it's okay. But this is a factory that should have took 9 months to put together. And I think they did it in like 5 weeks. This operation is new, just open, 5-9 weeks, whatever. Look, seriously, I'm not joking. No other media is talking about how Honeywell, and I'm not, promoting their company, but how they jumped into action in Arizona. These people that are there are new. They just brought them in. They're only there weeks, and they're producing masks. Okay. Now that's the story they won't tell you, is how many new masks are coming out of Honeywell. We'll show you what, but what's impressive to me is, and I'm going to tell you after our next one, we have one more we're going to highlight, and she was only retired like 2 days and went back to work. So let's go to our next one, because we got to get close to what we're wrapping up here in the first 30 minutes.
Thank you very much. Great job, Ursula. Eric Parks is a Marine Corps veteran and the operations manager at Honeywell's new facility. This is a highly personal mission for Eric. His mother is a nurse. His mother-in-law is a nurse. His brother is a paramedic, and his daughter is about to start her first year of medical school at the University of Arizona. That's one of the great schools. Eric, please come up, please. Thank you. Thank you, Eric.
We are being censored.
Let's get back to Eric.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Parks, and like Mr. Trump said, I am the operations manager here at this facility. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Mr. Trump for giving this nation the resources, leadership, and guidance that we've needed to navigate through these unprecedented times. Thank you. Thank you very much. Secondly, and more personally to me, I want to thank Honeywell for giving me the opportunity to serve my country again. It fills me with pride to know that the masks that we are going to be producing off of this facility are going to go to first-line responders to help them combat the war against COVID-19. Like Mr. Trump said, this is very personal for me. My mother is a nurse. My mother-in-law is a nurse. My brother is a combat veteran and a paramedic in Tucson. And my daughter has decided that she, too, is going to carry forward the family tradition of serving. The black shirts that the team down here is wearing says, "The future is what you make it." And I am very honored to be a part of the team that is going to make the future safer, not only for my family, but for many others as well. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so now let's wrap up our first segment this morning, because first of all, Honeywell is manufacturing the N95, is that what it is, mask? Okay. They were screaming about the mask. Watch what's missed this morning, okay? Governors are screaming they need masks. Media is screaming they need masks. Mask! Oh my God, we have to have masks. So in 5 weeks, Honeywell jumps through hoops, throws down this concrete pad, puts up a metal building, and bada bing, bada boom, thousands of masks are being made in Arizona. Within about 5 weeks, they assemble this amazing team. Amazing team. 4 people, well, not 3 of them, okay? Veterans. You have Bruno, Ursula, Eric. No highlight this morning that these are veterans in this country. No highlight that these people, the operations manager, what did he say? Thank you for your leadership. Thank you, Honeywell, for an opportunity to serve my country. I am so happy we are right here making masks that will go to first responders. Nothing in the news. Nothing. This is an amazing story yesterday. We haven't even touched the tip where they went to, right? Meet with Native American tribes. No, didn't even touch the tip. Amazing stories yesterday at Honeywell. An amazing feat of getting this building up, producing with these quality people, veterans. Why wouldn't the news want to highlight, okay? Why wouldn't they want to highlight an African-American female veteran, retired, wanted to come back and serve her country? Now, let me say this. When they go out there, obviously it's the President of the United States. When they go out there, the CEO of Honeywell says, hey, get me 4 people that are going to get up, all right, and say, going to represent. But I'm going to tell you something. They're not told to get up there and support the President of the United States. I guarantee. Now, if they know somebody that's going to get up there and yell Bernie Sanders, no, they're not going to make it. But understand, although the African-American female veteran, okay, Ursula, did not get up there and give a glowing, Mr. President, thank you for being here. She knew the president. She could have said, no, I refuse to get up and stand there with the president. I don't agree with Donald Trump. I'm ready to look over and say this, that, and the other thing. But she didn't. Veterans. Now, this is what the media did this morning, okay? They are so bent out of shape. Give me number 5. Trump tours factory manufacturing masks without wearing a mask. See, he's president of the United States. Let's pick this up, okay? He's president of the United States. And here's what happens with the president of the United States. He is tested, probably tested daily. The people around him are tested. The people that get on the plane, they leave that out. They're tested before they're allowed on the plane, okay? The people that are with him during these shots of pictures, they're tested, okay? Tested. This is what the takeaway is this morning. Give me number 6. President Trump tours factory. There he is. He's got safety glass, but he's not wearing a mask. We got him now. Trump even broke the rules, okay? Number 7, safety guidelines. Look at number 2. Please wear your mask at all times. Wow. And Trump did not. Okay. Number 8. We asked him before he went even. We said, are you going to wear it? Number 8. Have you decided if you're going to wear a mask at the Honeywell plant? Where's it? Have you decided? Huh? Honeywell put out a statement, number 9. Let's go to this quickly. Following the White House recommended protocol, a small number of individuals directly interfacing with the president on Tuesday were tested for COVID-19 immediately prior to the event, received negative test results, and were permitted not to wear masks during the portions of the visit based on that medical screening. All other present were wearing the masks and social distancing in accordance with Honeywell's site. Honeywell come out and said, what the hell? We checked everybody, okay? So let me get a couple more in here. We'll get to some other things. I want to get to a couple more. Everyone is the mask. We're going to talk about the mask here really quickly. Here is another one, 27, different time, 5 a.m. Eastern time. The very first thing, that's when it comes on. First look on MSNBC. Look in the bottom. The reason I show you these, you'll say that's the same picture. 5 a.m. Eastern time. Very first thing they did. President Trump tours a factory without wearing a mask. Okay. So let's go to number, hold on, just got a couple more. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got one more. Here's CNN. Don't want to leave them out. Number 35. Okay. Trump tours face mask factory with no mask. Okay. All right. And let's see if I can get one more. Did CNN do? Just to make sure CNN is not left out. Want to make sure they're not left out of the mask. Here it is, Boston Globe, number 50. This is important, number 50. In the background of walking around, somebody had playing Live and Let Die. This is what they got out of that yesterday. That's all I'm saying. I showed you the clips. This is what they got out. President tours mask factory without wearing a mask. And in the background, Live and Let Die, one of my favorite tunes. So we take that off the tunes list. Live and Let Die, Paul McCartney and Wings, by the way. And here is number 51 at 4 a.m. Eastern time. Here is again another one with the mask. And let's see if I can get one more here. If there is, might be close. Hold on there. Okay, we got to take a break. When I get back, 9th Congressional District candidate, Georgia candidate, Kelly Weeks will be with us. We're going to take a break. That's what happened in America this morning, again with the media. Kelly will be up right after this. Take a break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Okay, folks, we are back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We do have an election coming up June 9th, and there are 9 candidates that are going to be on the ballot when you go to vote. One candidate in the 9th Congressional District, Georgia 9th Congressional District, in the open seat is Kelly Weeks. Good morning, Kelly. How are you?
Good morning. How are you? I'm doing good.
You know, I like to take this. You and I have met, and I want to tell you, we met through a debate a couple weeks ago, and then we spent an hour just talking. I want to tell you first, I just really enjoyed that time when we were just talking and getting to know each other, and I appreciate you staying on with us the other night and doing that. But for the interest of our viewers that maybe don't know you, never met you, and this is what this is about, tell us why you decided. What was it? What was it you were thinking when Congressman Collins announced he was going to seek the Senate? What was it? Have you been waiting for this opportunity? Have you thought about in the past? Why is Kelly Weeks running for office?
I had never thought about this in the past, and when I found out that he was not seeking re-election but was going to go on to the Senate, I kept thinking about it, and I prayed about it, and I felt like it was a good opportunity to have someone new, someone with some fresh ideas, someone who wasn't politically connected. I have a business in Gainesville, and I know a lot of people through it, but I'm not, I've never been in politics. I'm not part of the political, elite. But I thought it was a great time to put somebody in who could be a real strong voice, and especially going up against people like AOC. After seeing these women on the left that have just run all over their own party and the Republican Party, I felt like it was time that we had somebody different, somebody more like me, somebody who could speak out against them, and I feel like I could do a good job with that. So I decided I'd run.
Well, let me ask you this. So you don't have any political experience as far as holding any offices in the past. Nothing. This is just
right.
I'm running. So I guess you're a complete outsider when it comes to holding an office. Do you mind telling us? We don't care here on the show. You said you're a business owner. Tell us what kind of business you have.
I own Georgia Gun Store in Gainesville. We've been in business for 10 years now, and it's we do online sales and we have a retail location. So we sell all over the country, ship out things daily, and we have a retail store in Gainesville that's open every day, and it's been a very successful business. So we started it in 2010. And prior to that, we actually owned another business that went under due to the housing crisis that happened in 2008. We owned about 55,000 square feet of commercial space and had a auto body shop. And when the housing crisis rolled over into the commercial real estate market, they wouldn't renew our mortgage, and the loan was called, and that put us out of business. So we took what little money we had left and opened up a gun store, and opened it with very little inventory. We have built it debt-free, and I guess now it's just looking back, people probably think it looks easy, but 10 years later, we are a really successful business, and it has been a long, hard journey, but we made it.
Well, we understand here, Kelly, and I want to move on to why you're running for the 9th Congressional District and don't want to get off the path, but FetcherNews.com is celebrating our 10th year this year, so we understand, and I think
congratulations.
Well, thank you, and congratulations to you. And we know it's hard work. Small business is hard work. We put in a lot of hours, and when I say that, people like yourself, people like me, people like your husband, people like my wife, so on. But moving on from that, okay, a strong voice. You said you want to be a strong voice, AOC. What if somebody says, okay, Kelly, this all sounds good, but when you get up there, you're going to get lost in the shuffle. You don't know how it works, and you say you're going to be a strong voice. How can we trust that you'll go up there with no experience and be able to settle in and be the right congresswoman for the 9th Congressional District? Give us a little bit on that.
Well, people who know me know that I speak out on a lot of things, especially on political issues. But as far as going up there and not knowing what you're doing, I don't think it's fair to say that people, just because they're a freshman, they don't have equal footing. And to think that they have to follow what the leaders are doing is wrong. And as much as I disagree with people like AOC, I do think that she got up there and she stepped out and she made sure her voice was heard. And I am going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do it in a conservative manner.
All right, so let's
make sure that they hear me, that I get out there, that I let people know what I believe, and get the ball rolling.
Well, so if somebody says you don't have the experience, obviously you don't. You obviously it's different party and a whole different mindset on the Democrat Party. But you say, hey, if AOC can come in as a freshman and cause as much uproar and storm as she has, I can go in on the conservative side as a freshman and do the same thing. You are a conservative, correct?
I am, yes.
You support the President of the United States?
I do support the President of the United States, and I was thrilled when he was elected, and I was very disappointed in our party when those first 2 years we had total control and they did nothing. They did nothing to back him, and that was the most frustrating part to me, watching that.
I want you to elaborate on that, and I want to ask you this question because we did in the debate and we didn't get enough time on it. First 2 years, the President of the United States is in office. We have control. When I say we, the Republicans have control of the House of Representatives and the Senate.
And the Senate, yeah.
And could you highlight some of the things in those first 2 years with House Speaker Paul Ryan? What disappointments you have? Can you pick out a couple?
Well, there were so many. When he wouldn't back him on building the wall, he wouldn't back him. All the things that President Trump wanted to put forth, and he was allowing the Democrats to push this Russian collusion and impeachment and just one hoax after another and one lie after another, and he wouldn't stand up and defend him. And that's what made me so frustrated, that we weren't getting anything done that he wanted to get done, and instead the Democrats were still running everything. And then they won. They won the House back.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Later.
They did win the House back. Do you? So let's say you are elected and a Republican majority is elected. So you guys go in. You don't want to repeat the same mistakes as you call it, or I'll call it the same mistakes. I remember that very well. We can't get sidetracked on Paul Ryan. So Republicans are in majority. You're up there in the freshman Congresswoman majority. What would you like to see this time Republicans get done that they did not the first time with an opportunity with this president?
Well, I do believe that we need to do something about those who created all these hoax, because if you don't punish them, then they're going to keep doing it. It's going to happen over and over and over again. So we need to handle that. We got to finish getting the wall built. We've got to get that taken care of. We need to do something about Obamacare and really do something about health care. I believe that getting the government out of health care is probably our best, the best way to handle it, and just let the free market take over if we're going to get anything done. But besides that, I really want to push for term limits, because I'm tired of career politicians. We have career politicians that have been up there for 30 and 40 years, and that's the downfall of our country right there. We shouldn't be concerned about who's in the White House for 4 to 8 years. We need to be concerned on who goes up there and just stays.
Okay, well, not switching over to the Senate, but I do know Senator David Perdue made a commitment to the voters when he ran the first time that 2 terms is all he would run, is my understanding. So he would be trying to get elected for what he will consider his last term. So you're saying right now, if elected, you will impose your own term limits on yourself. What would that be?
Yes, and I asked that question to the other people running in the debate. The last debate I did, not with you, but the last debate we did. I would do 4 terms, 8 years would be what I would commit to.
Do you think you would personally not run after that 4th term, but you
Correct.
would also say we need to do something as far as putting it in place, that those are the term limits we needed in place?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to the 9th Congressional District. Do you live in Hall County? Is your business in Hall County and you live in Hall County, correct?
I live in Banks County.
Oh,
And our
okay.
business is in Hall County.
Okay. Coronavirus, COVID-19, Gainesville, a major spike, I think over 400 cases, if I'm correct. I'm not looking at it on the screen. The poultry industry in and around Gainesville right now, a lot of concerns with the food supply. What say you about your business being open and you having people in and out of your business? And what say you about COVID-19 in that area? What should we do?
Now, my business has been open during this whole thing. So I don't quite understand the people that have been home the whole time, because I've been open, so I see a different side of it than people that have been staying at home and isolating themselves. With our business, we just put some guidelines in place. We did close for 1 week when they thought it was going to be the worst. And after that, we opened and had people coming in almost like a reservation system where they were coming in just to pick things up. But then this past week, we went ahead and opened, and we're just asking people to wear masks when they come in. So we've got people coming in and out of our store all the time. I'm ready for everything to open. I feel like that we're going to have a bigger problem 6 months from now if we don't get all these businesses reopened, because a business cannot sit stagnant for 2 months and expect it to open back up and then things be back to normal. We're going to have people losing their jobs, losing their businesses if they don't get everything back open and running. People need their money.
Owning a gun store, have you seen some things, and I know we're in Georgia, but have you seen some things that are concerning? I mean, to me, it's a little concerning that, if you want to get your carry permit, which you don't do that through a gun store, probate judges in Georgia are not issuing, carry permits.
Right.
Are there things like that, or things that you see through the gun store that have you very concerned on our Second Amendment right now?
Yeah, as far as the probate court, I wish they would just make it where you didn't have to carry, you didn't have to have a permit right now. If they're not going to be issuing them, then people should be able to carry without a permit. That should just be automatic. But as far as the gun store, well, when we're doing the NICS background checks, and those are done through the FBI, we had an issue for a couple of weeks where instead of a 3-day delay, if someone was put on a delay is just when they see something in their background and they have to check on it. So they have to contact whoever put the information in. So they give us a 3-day delay. And then after the 3 days, we can go ahead and transfer the firearm. Well, they were making the delays 25 days and instead of 3 days. Well, a background check is only good for 30 days. So if you make the delay for 25 days, then there was just a very, very small window when they could come back in. And a lot of people just missed that altogether. I thought it was unfair, and I don't know how they came up with that, just automatically changing it when the rules is it's 3 days. But that concerned me a lot.
Being a gun store owner, and also if you become a member of Congress, Democrats like to lead with what they call common sense gun legislation. They like to frame it that way, common sense gun legislation. And then they like to talk about they're not taking your right to hunt away. What are in those two representations that they like to get out? Is there any such thing as common sense gun legislation? Are they putting forth anything that you see you could support? Or are you 100% going to protect the Second Amendment for the voters in the 9th District? What do you see there?
Well, common sense to me is that we have way too many gun laws already. We don't need any more. We need to cut back on some of them. Common sense to them is just taking more and more of our rights. So I would fight hard. I would not give in. Every time something bad goes wrong, they want to punish the law-abiding gun owners instead of punishing the person who did it. And I am tired of that. I'm tired of being the one that has to pay the price. I'm tired of the Republicans giving in and giving up our rights every time the Democrats put some crazy legislation forth. And I would fight hard against it. And as far as hunting, the Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. For them to throw that out there is
I get it. But you know where I'm going with that, because we always hear the Democrat that wants to protect the Second Amendment and said, we don't want to take your right to hunt away. Let me ask you.
Yes.
Let me go into two more things before we close this morning. We are spending trillions, not billions. We're spending trillions of dollars in recovery for the economy, airlines, states, small businesses, paycheck protection, trillions of dollars. If elected, there may be more spending bills coming down the road. Do you believe that we should, even if it includes Georgia, because the article's out now that Georgia wants more federal money, do you believe we should bail out the states, send the states more money, or should we tell them if you get money, it has to be used this way, this way? What say you on the states?
On the states, what I don't get is that, are the states not going to be taxing us? We're still paying all our taxes, and I have a feeling all our taxes are about to go up. And for them to go to the federal government, who still taxes us too, we're all getting it from the same pool of people. So if the states get money from the federal government, that just puts more federal debt in and it puts more taxes on us that way. Either way, we're all paying the price. And I feel like it's time to start cutting spending and getting back to where we're saving our money here at home, spending our money here at home, getting our manufacturing back here at home, stop sending money all over the world. We are not the world's wallet, and bring everything back home until we get this back in check, because we need the money here. And whether or not we bail out the states or they go bankrupt, it's still us, the American taxpayers, that are footing the bill for this. And it is time that we concentrate on that and get money back to America and get our businesses back to America so we can take care of our own.
Early voting is getting ready to start here soon, and we're just a month away from Election Day, just a month and a couple of days. Let me ask you one more question before we close, Kelly. Some candidates out there's 9 candidates getting some endorsements by national organizations. Some candidates are bringing in money from California and all over the United States, and they have money in their campaigns. How are you in this difficult time getting your word out about your campaign in 20 counties? And do you have the money to endure this month to get your name out there so people know you? How is the campaign going?
Well, I think it's going pretty well. We did have a straw poll last week that I won, so that made me feel good. That was encouraging. I have a lot of people come to our store. We probably see at least 100 people a day through our store, and they come by, they pick up signs. I talk to people. So I've got people helping me out, put out signs and things like that across the district. I know a lot of people across the district because of my store, because we have people drive from all over to come see us. We've started an online targeted campaign to do some advertising to get my name out more. But as far as going door to door and stuff like that, I can't do that. And no, I don't have the money and the backing of some of these other candidates. But the way I look at it is you always see politicians, career politicians, endorse career politicians. It's the buddy system. They try to keep each other in place and in power, and they help out each other that way. And if you're going to get money from the political elite and then PACs, then who are you truly going up there to represent? I'm in it to represent the people of the 9th District. I don't have a ton of money to spend, but I'm spending some of my own money just to get my name out there. And I hope it works out for me. I hope that people realize that I'm doing this for all the right reasons, and that's to represent the 9th District.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was somewhat a close, but I want to give you an opportunity to take a minute before we end the interview to say something to the voters that you felt you haven't had a chance to yet, maybe out there in this recording, or you would like to say now. And go ahead. I tell the candidates, this is your chance. Give your shout out of how people can get in touch with you. So take a minute and do that, Kelly.
If you want to get in touch with me, you're welcome to call me on my cell phone. It's 678-618-7263. If you want to find out more about me, my website is kellyforcongress.com. It's KELLIE for congress.com. And you can find me on Facebook at Kelly Weeks for Congress. Other than that, I'd just like to say that, I bring honesty to this. I'm honest to a fault, and I'll always do the right thing, even if it's not popular. And I hope that people will take the time to get to know me and vote for me on June 9th.
Kelly, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We have to move on to a break, and we always say to all the candidates, we wish you well and thank you for your willingness to serve. Kelly, have a great day.
You too, Brian. Thank you.
All right, Kelly Weeks, one of the 9 candidates for the Georgia 9th Congressional District election here on June 9th. That's Kelly Weeks. So we're going to move on and take a break, and we're going to have another candidate in the 9th right after this. So take us to break.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, 1 nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
It's It's been 4 generations of family ownership, tens of thousands of customers, and more Chevys than we'd ever be able to count. And more than 60 years later, when we say Days gets it done, we still mean it. With the North Georgia Mountain's lowest Chevy prices, a huge selection, and outstanding customer care. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hey, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. We are North Georgia's only live online morning show. Our second Georgia 9th Congressional District candidate is with us now. And as I told you before, there's 9 candidates. There's 20 counties in this district. 9 are going to be on the ballot June 9th. And when you go to early vote or absentee, one of the candidates now joining us, Michael Bogus. Sorry about that.
You got it right.
Listen, I practiced. Okay, I did. Michael Bogus is with us. He's one of the candidates. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
I can't complain. I'm doing well. I live in a great country. All is good. Make America great again. So we got that out of the way. I want to ask you the same questions I ask other candidates. So, you know, you're hearing rumors that Congressman Doug Collins may seek the Senate, and then all of a sudden he does make the announcement he is going to seek the Senate in that election, which leaves the 9th Congressional District open. When did you decide you wanted to run? What was it that you said, okay, this is my chance, I want to run? Just go with telling the people why you're running.
Actually, I made my announcement in October of last year.
Okay.
I had every intentions of running against Collins.
Okay.
But the reason why I was decided to run is because the American people are being ignored. I mean, honestly, we are. We get all these promises during campaign season just to find out that they're broken after they're elected. And the reason why I decided to run, I've been in the Patriot movement for about 17 years now. When I say Patriot movement, I mean the real Patriot movement, not the one that decided to call it that because they're Trump supporters, which I am as well. You saw my Trump 45.
Mm-hmm.
But back when my first wife was killed in a car accident, she had an opioid addiction. I was a truck driver. I've been a blue collar worker all my life. My wife was killed in a car accident. She had an opioid addiction. We went to our government. We went to DFACS. They told her to go to methadone, which is trading one drug for another. And methadone is controlled by the government. They make money off methadone from big pharmaceutical. And when she died, my daughter was 3 weeks old at the time. 3 weeks, not 3 years, 3 weeks, newborn. So when she died, I had to go to the hospital, and I called everybody and told her that she had passed away. My mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law, she, of course, was, she was feeling the effects of it too. So I don't hate the lady. I really don't. But she did kidnap my kid for 5 days. And I went through every form that I could to get my kid back. I went through every politician, every single one of them, calling, begging for help. But it wasn't election year, and I didn't matter. So I finally scraped up the money and hired a lawyer and got my kid back the day that I buried her mom. That's what got me started. Ever since, it's just been about trying to protect our rights as American citizens.
Well, I know that's very tough. That's got to be tough to talk about, Michael. And
it really is. I'm trying not to break down and cry.
I got it. That's got to be tough. But I think what people out there are going to want to know right now is this happened when your daughter was 3 weeks old. How is your daughter today?
17.
And how is she?
Oh, she's perfect. She's dual enrolling. She's going to college this summer and high school. She holds a 3.8 grade point average out of a 4.0 school. She's already been accepted to colleges. She's perfect.
Well, I will tell you this. I like that. I know I don't endorse candidates. I want to be clear. I have conversations, and I don't. The only candidate I endorse is the president. But I like that because I asked you how your daughter is, and you said perfect. And that's missing in America today to me is our kids. So that was. I don't want to say that was a great story. Don't misunderstand what I just said. But I think thank you, me personally, for telling that story. So last year, okay, Michael, last year, you feel we were ignored. You said ignored, Patriot movement. You said you had planned, you actually announced October last year. So you had planned, if Collins is on the ballot, you plan to be on the ballot as a primary opponent to Doug Collins. Why?
Well, it's because the simple fact of it is I went to Washington, D.C. in November. And, I had been contacting Collins several times beforehand because I've been looking at his voting record, and it really was terrible. I mean, he had voted in favor of the Patriot Act, and when he votes, he voted in favor of the wealthy. Our district is made up of middle class and poverty level. So why vote for the wealthy? We need to be voting for taxes to help out the middle class and the poverty level, because the middle class is the backbone of America. No matter what anybody says, that's the backbone. That's what makes the drive of the country. We're the buyers. We're the consumers. We're the money makers. We're the workers. We're not being represented. So I was giving Collins a chance. I went up to Washington, D.C. in November, and I delivered a federal redress of grievances. And if if everybody don't know what that is, they need to look up the First Amendment, because that is our constitutional right to file a grievance against our government on issues that need to be handled. So when I went up there, we gave it to Ted Cruz, we gave it to Jim Jordan, we made sure to give one to Collins, we made sure to give one to Isaacson, we gave one to a Democrat, and I can't even remember her name because she's a Democrat, and I don't really care for her.
Just moving right along.
Right. I just don't find Democrats as important, because honestly, my whole life it's been Republican this, Republican that. Republican is supposed to be the people's party. And ever since I've went and filed my paperwork to actually be able to run, my qualifications, the day I filed it, I was shunned right off the bat. I was told to go stand in a corner because I wasn't wearing a suit, and I called the guy out on it.
Michael, you had jeans, t-shirt, and a hat on that day.
Yes, sir, I sure did.
Well, I noticed you. I was there. I didn't get a chance to talk to you, but I was there when you were at the table. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. I remember seeing you and talking to you for a bit. Yeah, it was raining. I had to walk 3 blocks, and I do have a suit. I do. I can look the part as well. But I was in my company vehicle that's slapped full of mud, and you know how much it costs to get suits pressed, dry cleaned, all that good stuff. Why fight with that when it's just a qualification?
All right, let me ask you this. You said we went up. Who is we went up to file the grievance against the government? Who went with you?
Oh, there was about 100 of us that went up there. A good part of my campaign committee, like Sidney Horton, AC Light, them two are in my campaign committee. They're constitutionalists as well. And then, about 100 of us from the patriot community, as far as the 3%ers, militias.
All right. Not switching gears. What do you do for a living? I mean, that we have people that are elected in some positions in this campaign that are seeking another position. We have people that have never run before. You never run before. Do you have a day job, and what is it?
Yes, sir. I am a crane operator by day, construction worker, and that's what I do to pay the bills. Like right now, I'm out of town. I'm not at home. I have to go where the company tells me. And that makes it hard because there's another debate coming up. And I told the people that's throwing that debate that there's no way I can make it during the week. I got to feed my family. I have to.
Well, there's all these questions about, your congressional campaign and what you would do. But I'd like to know, are you carrying a Class A or Class B CDL in your pocket?
I got Class A CDL.
Just checking.
Yes, sir.
just checking. Okay. All right. So let's go with this. Michael, you decided to run and you say it's Republican this or Republican that. You're running on the Republican ticket. What do you say to somebody that says out there, the voters that are looking maybe at your campaign and saying, hey, I'm thinking about Michael Bogus, and what you don't have the experience. You're going to get up there. You're going to get lost in the crowd. You don't know how it works. We're concerned that we're voting for somebody that'll just go up there and not know what to do the next day. How do you convince the voters that you're the guy, and if you go up there, Michael Bogus will be able to handle the job?
What people think that I don't know what a parliamentary procedure is.
I don't know. You tell them.
Rocket science. This isn't rocket science. Trust me. I've been going to meetings and stuff like that for a while. I know how everything works. I'm not going to be lost in the crowd. I mean, if you watched your debate, they know I won't be lost in the crowd. I kind of stand out like a sore thumb.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Supporting the president, you said on our debate that you have a shrine. I think the quote was, "You have a shrine to the president."
I kind of do. You know, I was at the rally in Macon, the Trump rally. I don't call it the Kemp rally because I hardly noticed Kemp. I was there, and there's what, 60-something thousand people. I can tell you this much: I was 10 feet from the president, but there was 10,000 people between us.
Interesting.
In a little airplane hangar.
So when did you decide? And I ask people because I know the other candidates, and I don't know if it's important or not, but right now, with the country going through COVID-19 and the way the president has had to handle that, a lot of the media is trying to push him down. But when did you become a Trump supporter? What day did you say, "This is my guy"? And when did that happen for Michael Bogus?
Home Alone 2. He's the only one that helped out Kevin McAllister.
Okay, Home Alone 2. He's the only one that helped him out right there in the lobby, right?
That's right. Look, I've loved Trump for years. Absolutely for years. And you know what? He gets a bad rep, but if you listen to anything from the 80s and 90s, music-wise, everybody wanted to be in.
Yeah, exactly, right. Okay, I could go with that. I mean, that's a candid answer. All of a sudden, he becomes president. The switch flips on him. But the day before he was president, if you were anybody out there, you wanted to be with Trump or you wanted to be him. All the media and everybody, correct?
Exactly. And you know, I lost so many friends on Facebook, so many family members on Facebook, because I supported the president before he was president. You know, I absolutely love the guy. I mean, there's only two things that he's done that I would have talked to him about personally, because whenever he was trying to negotiate with the Democrats and he was talking about red flag laws, I would have talked to him about that because that is unconstitutional. And I would have told him, hey, you need to ask the American people what they think about this instead of just talking about it. And the bump stock ban, even though I don't own a bump stock, I think they're stupid. They're a waste of time and money. The fact that the manufacturers had to throw them away without compensation, I believe was wrong.
All right, well, let me ask you this, all right, because we got to get into a couple things because the voters out there are going to want us not to talk so much about your support for Trump, but what you would do as Congressman Bogus. Let me say this. So if you were in Congress and the red flag laws came up, now you love Trump, you put it out there before Home Alone 2. So if red flag laws came up and you would be the one to call the president and say, respectfully, Mr. President, you know how I feel about you. You know my support. And it pains me to tell you I will not be able to support you on this. Is your love for the president so strong that you couldn't separate and determine your own personal support or what you think's best for the Second Amendment?
Sir, my love for the president is strong, but my love for the Constitution is stronger.
Interesting. Okay. That's simple. You know, we don't have to use a lot of words. So let's go to the Constitution. What concerns do you have right now? There's a balance right now of trying to, you know, take on COVID-19 and keep everybody safe. But what are some of the concerns that you're seeing about our freedom, justice for all, and our Constitution right now during this time?
Well, all of our civil liberties are being revoked. I mean, look at everybody that's actually starting to stand. I mean, California rolled over long ago and took it, and they're actually standing for their civil liberties. Look, I know COVID is real. My wife now, my new wife, she is a frontline COVID nurse. I know COVID is real. But there's other things that we got to take in consideration too. The numbers are wrong. The COVID-19 strikes the underlying condition patients, meaning that if you have COPD or diabetes, something like that, yes, you're more inclined to get it that way. we do need to take steps on being safe and protecting the most susceptible to it, which is our older people. You know, me and my wife have actually been making CDC masks and donating them. And a friend of mine was like, you need to be telling these people what all you do as far as your donations and stuff you've been doing for the last 15 years. And I was like, look, if I need a pat on the back, it's not really charitable.
Michael, let's go to this. All right, we did this in the debate, but again, we have viewers that are probably hearing and seeing you for the first time. Okay, so if you're elected, Republicans, the last time they had control of the House of Representatives, they did not do so well. Okay, so I don't have time to get into a Paul Ryan discussion because then I'll get personal in the interview and it's about you running for office. Republicans get a second chance. They are in the majority and you are elected to be the representative in the 9th Congressional District. What's Michael Bogus do? What bills would you like to see? What things would you like to see constitutionally? How do you stand on spending? What investigations? What would you go to Washington and want to accomplish in a majority Republican Party?
Well, first and foremost, all votes go to the American people. It needs to be discussed with my constituents. Everything needs to be discussed. There needs to be a weekly town hall meeting, even if I'm in Washington, D.C., if it's a virtual one where people can ask questions and tell me their concerns. But as far as I'd love to see transparency in government spending. I think we should eliminate foreign aid because we have countries that absolutely hate us, but we love to send them money. They can hate us for free. We have government spending that is asinine. I mean, really, I saw one article where they're spending $4,000 for a 338 Lapua that I can get them for $2,000 a piece. It is crazy. The spending is just astronomical. But what I would love to do if I was elected would be eliminate the NFA Act of 1934. I would also like to abolish the ATF. And I would really, really love to get rid of the IRS because they're not even a government entity. But by God, if you don't pay them, they'll come take your stuff.
Okay, so what about the spending we've done thus far? $3 trillion, I think it is, and the states want bailed out. Even if it's Georgia, because Georgia recently is there's an article that says they're looking for more government money. Sales tax revenue is down. What say you on state bailouts for COVID-19 response?
The problem is they're not going to spend it wisely. They're not going to spend it wisely. So I don't think we should be bailing them out. The simple fact of it is we pay taxes every week, no matter what. If they're not in session, if they are in session, we still pay taxes. That's taxation without representation. And I don't believe that we should be doing a bailout for the state. If we do any kind of bailout, it should be for small business only and the people. But the last one was all pork, $350 million for illegals. It didn't have nothing to do with COVID-19. A $25 million bonus for Congress, which is very stupid. They make $175,000 a year already. That, frankly, I find to be overpayment. They get a $40,000 a year allowance for furniture. Come on, man, furniture. Do you really need that much furniture?
Every man needs 2 couches, Michael. What's wrong with you? Everybody needs 2.
Look, I could save them a ton. I'd just buy trampolines.
Whoa, okay. Oh, no, I'm good with that. I gotta ask you a couple more questions before we're done. Okay, you're running in a campaign with 9 candidates. Some of the candidates have a lot of money. Some of the candidates are endorsed by national organizations that are collecting money for them. and running ads. What say you? How are you getting your word out? And you have some candidates, or you have a candidate, not my words, that I can go on the internet and look, that's supported by an anti-Trump organization. And I can find that for you right now. I won't bring it up, but how are you getting your word out? Are you going to have enough money here in the next month to saturate 20 counties to get this message that you're bringing to me and our viewers out?
No, sir, I'm not going to have the money, because actually when COVID-19 hit, I made a public announcement saying that I would not take any donations whatsoever. I'm not going to have the money. All I got is word of mouth. I have a rally coming up May 16th in Dahlonega, Georgia. It's the Bikers for Bogus. See, everybody that backs me believes in me. I am for the working class people. I know they don't have the money to be throwing out there for candidates. I understand that. They need to be buying food for their families. They need to be paying their house payments, their rent, their car payments. That's what's most important to me, that my people that I want to represent are taken care of. If I don't win the election because I don't have the money, then so be it. Then it wasn't meant to be.
Okay. I get it. All right. What Republicans, okay? So what is it that you identify as a Republican, and what is it about the party you like, dislike? Because what I like to get clear is the candidates right now, you're running to be the nominee of the Republican Party. That's what you're running for first. Obviously, it's Congress, but you're running to get your name on the ballot. So what is it about the Republican Party? Is that something you grew up as a Republican? Tell me a little bit about that.
Actually, my parents were Democrats. To be honest with you, they really were. I don't like Democrats. I mean, out of the two parties, Democrats are the most crazy. I have noticed that with the Republican Party as well, there's a lot of pandering for votes. It's just not displayed like the Democrats. We're not bringing in any illegals to vote for us. Look, this has been a learning experience all the way around. As far as being a Republican, I'll always be a conservative and a constitutionalist. So I'll always be in the Republican Party.
All right, let me do this one more. I'm going to pick an issue. You go to Washington D.C., Congressman Bogus. What say you on immigration, illegal immigration, and what's going on? I know that's a broad paintbrush, but I'd like to hear your first thoughts on that.
Well, first and foremost, with illegal immigration, we rely on the judicial system, which actually does not do anything. They give them a piece of paper and hope and pray they show up to court, which they don't. And then they're caught by ICE, and then they get another piece of paper. So actually speaking with, I work with a bunch of Hispanics. I'm the only white guy on the crew. So actually speaking with these people that came here legally and talking to them, I think when they don't show up to court that day, those people should be charged $500 a day. And when they are actually caught, they don't get the opportunity to get another piece of paper and run again. No, they got to stay in jail until that fine is paid. And when the fine is paid, they get deported. Period. Because they're going to keep breaking the law. It's the whole wording, illegal immigrant. Now, as far as immigration, we allow 1 million immigrants in a year at a cost of $10,000 to $25,000 per immigrant. Where does that money go? That's 1 million of them. That's $250 million if it's $25,000 an immigrant. Where does the money go? Nobody knows. just like the NFA. Where's that $200 go? Nobody knows. But I was going to tell you, I am endorsed by the Hodge twins, Colt Ford and Eric Roberts.
All right, Michael, I've enjoyed it this morning, but like all candidates, when I have them on, I the last minute to say what you want and also tell people how to reach you. So go ahead, take that time now.
Okay, thank you, sir. You can reach me on Facebook. My Facebook is public. I hold nothing back. I mean, from the debates, you'll know that. I also have a website. It's bogusforcongress.com. You can find me on American Patriots USA. And my message is, this is your voice and this is your vote. Use it wisely. Use it for somebody that's going to actually fight and not negotiate, because I'm not a negotiator. I've been a fighter all my life. So if you feel like voting for me, that's great. If you don't, I understand too. This is your voice. And I appreciate any consideration. But like I said, it's ultimately up to you.
Michael, I can't thank you enough for coming on. And like we tell every candidate here at FYN Fetch Your News, we say we wish you well, and we thank you for your willingness to serve. Michael, you have a great day. We appreciate it. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it. And y'all have a great day.
Later. All right. That was Michael Bogus, candidate for 9th Congressional District. And that was our second candidate this morning. You can find all of our interviews on FYN TV, Fetch Your News YouTube channel right there. You can find all these interviews up there, and we will be pushing them out on our social media today also. I'm going to take a brief break, but don't go away. I've got a lot to wrap up that took yesterday. The media, don't even get me started. I got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
It's been 4 generations of family ownership, tens of thousands of customers, and more Chevys than we'd ever be able to count. And more than 60 years later, when we say Days gets it done, we still mean it. With the North Georgia Mountain's lowest Chevy prices, a huge selection, and outstanding customer care. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Sorry, we're running behind. Destiny, was that me that we were stuck on commercial or something? Because we had a little technical glitch there. I'm sorry. 706-889-9700. I apologize if we got stuck on commercial there. All right, folks. I have to quickly. We have to make this quick. You know what happens. Two great guests this morning. I want to thank both of our guests, Kelly and Michael, 2 of the 9 congressional candidate, 9th district. Great guest. Look them up. We're trying to do everything to get you, the voter. We have no preference. We do not endorse candidates, but here at FYN, we try to get you an opportunity to meet these candidates so you are more informed and you feel good about your vote, and that's up to you, the voter, not us. Now, I want to do 2 quick things. It's going to be really quick. I don't have time to go into it. Yesterday, the President of the United States signed a resolution. Okay, so let's go to Trump signs proclamation in support of Native Americans during tour of Arizona N95 plant. President Donald Trump visited Phoenix on Tuesday to tour a Honeywell plant, to help the United States battle the coronavirus. During the trip to Phoenix, he signed a presidential proclamation designating Tuesday at Missing and Murdered American Indians and Alaska Native Awareness Day. Now, listen to me very close, okay? We talk about the media, all right, and what you don't see in the news. Tuesday at Missing and Murdered American Indians and Alaskan Native Awareness Day. The signing took place at Trump hosted a roundtable discussion with several Native American leaders. Where is that? Nowhere this morning. So we're going to play the first clip. I have that video. I think I have 2 timestamps. Let's go with the first timestamp. Wait for me to bring it back. There's a reason I'm playing this one.
Anything you have to say, by the way, Gene, while you're here, please?
It's a pleasure to be here. It's wonderful being on the road again, as you know, Mr. President. And then great being in Arizona, which is such a spectacular state. And the Native American communities here are such a great part of the state and really our nation and our nation's heritage. So it's so good to be here. I know, Mr. President, you have important announcements to make today about additional things we're doing to help these tribal governments. And we're certainly doing all we can at the Labor Department to implement the legislation that you signed. You got enacted so incredibly quickly.
All right, we're short on time. That is Eugene Scalia, Anthony's son. Just wanted to bring that up. And American tribal governments. That's where we know you're going to do something big here today. He is the Secretary of Labor. Get it? Remember him? Justice Scalia's son, Eugene Scalia. Just wanted to bring that up. Some people forget he is actually in the cabinet with the President of the United States. Eugene Scalia. Calls him Gene. Hey, Gene, what are you here today to do? Now, let's go to our second one. We don't have time to go into all of the representatives there. The governor of Arizona is there. Senator Martha McSally is there. But go to the second timestamp and wait for me to come back.
Okay, I'm going to sign this. I want to just congratulate you, Myron.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I want to congratulate you, Second Lady. That's so fantastic.
Thank you.
And I want to congratulate you for also, because I've been in that vicinity, and it's one of the most beautiful places you can imagine. So congratulations very much. Thank you, Stephen.
Mr. President, what are your thoughts on winding down the coronavirus task force?
1 second. Jim.
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry.
I want to make sure that everybody looks good, except me. I'm going to hand this to the second lady, okay? No, you don't mind.
Mr. President, I want to thank you.
Go ahead.
I want to thank you again. I'm wearing my red ribbon in remembrance of this significant moment for missing and murdered.
I'm so sorry to you out there because you don't get this in other places to cut this off. Native American tribes, tribal governments, okay? What he signed, look it up because you got time today. You're not going to hear it anywhere else. Rush might talk about it. Others might talk about it. Sean Hannity. During the president's visit to Phoenix, he signed a presidential proclamation, which I showed you, designating Tuesday at Missing and Murdered American Indians. Find out a little more about that and Alaska Natives Awareness Day. The signing took place as Trump hosted a roundtable discussion with several Native American leaders. That was a 30-minute discussion. It was amazing. I watched the whole thing. I didn't miss a second. I watched him tour the plant without a mask. Folks, I'm telling you, this is disgusting what was done yesterday. They don't want you to let you know what he did for Native American Indians, what he's doing for he loves the American people. Donald Trump loves the American people. Take a short break. Don't go anywhere because I've got to finish up. We're going to run through my pictures. I have some things I want to highlight to you. Take a short break. Please don't take too long. Come back. Let's start another segment.
Circuit World has complete queen bedroom packages at amazing prices. Get this queen bed, dresser and mirror, one nightstand, bedding set, and free 32-inch TV, all for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this complete queen bedroom set and sleep in style, also for only $1799.99 or $129.99 a month. What an incredible deal! Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
I'm Jeff Riblett, President of Asset Protection Group. As a certified financial planner and with 20 years experience, I've helped thousands of families and business owners create a tremendous amount of wealth. Fortunately, most of that wealth has been protected. Don't allow an unforeseen life event, such as a nursing home stay or the next market meltdown, destroy your family's wealth. Be smart. Call me. Let's determine how best to protect your assets and preserve your wealth.
It's been 4 generations of family ownership, tens of thousands of customers, and more Chevys than we'd ever be able to count. And more than 60 years later, when we say Days gets it done, we still mean it. With the North Georgia Mountains' lowest Chevy prices, a huge selection, and outstanding customer care. See Days Chevrolet in Jasper, and let's get it done.
Days Chevrolet. Days gets it done.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Okay, Destiny, if it's okay with you, I might go to 10:10. Just text me because I didn't check your schedule. I got two more. Folks, I might go out 10 after 10. I got two more segments I want to do, but let's get the one right now. Okay, I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. There's the ways to follow us. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go. Okay, I put this book on here on purpose. Justice Antonin Scalia. Okay. Great book, difficult read for me, maybe not you. All right. And there's a reason. Okay. I want to say this and not take up too much time, but if you look at and study Scalia, they were not able to get him to the hospital on time. Died in his sleep. Now, I'm not going to wear the aluminum foil hat. I just like to let you think. Okay. Pillow over the face, true, not. Was he in a good mood, good spirits? Was he in good mood, good spirits at the dinner the night before the hunt that they've done for years? Maybe they were out in West Texas and an ambulance couldn't get there. I get it, okay? I'm just saying number 17, okay? And there's a long list of why they hate Trump, but there it is. Justice Ginsburg in hospital with infection court says they can always get this lady to, okay? They can always get her to the hospital in time. Okay. Number 28 at 5 a.m. Eastern time, right out of the box. Justice Ginsburg hospitalized for gallbladder treatment. Always could get her. Let's see if I have any others. They can get Ginsburg, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, to the hospital always in time because she is going to hang on. She's going to live hoping that Joe Biden or whoever else comes along will get the next pick, okay? They have kept her on life support. I say that jokingly to make sure that they do not lose another pick. I want to see if I got one more from CNN somewhere this morning. I may not. Okay. All right. So let's go here. This is the Supreme Court. All right. Now, number 64, let's just throw this in the middle. This is Eugene Scalia. Okay. This is Eugene Scalia, number 64, being sworn in with his wife, with President Trump, Antonin Scalia's son. But now let's go to 63. All right. It is so simple. They are trying to hang on. Now you have Neil Gorsuch at the top. Trump. So let's say Trump won. Pick. Then you have next to it, the lady there, as my sister likes to call her, soda my ass. Just sorry. Soda my R. Okay. Bill Clinton left over, right? And then you have Elena Kagan. Is she a Bill Clinton or Obama? I don't know. Bill Clinton or Obama. Then you have Elena Kagan, the softball player there. And then the other tall guy on the end, she was a Bill Clinton. That was a happy Hillary moment. And then you have Brett Kavanaugh, two. There's two, right? Then you go down to Alito. Now, Samuel Alito, as we're doing Supreme Court, I think right now it's a toss-up between him and Clarence Thomas, my favorite, okay? So you got two Trump, right? You got a 5-4 court, supposedly. So then you got Ruth Buzzy Bader Ginsburg that they keep getting to the hospital on time, that is determined not to die until Biden's elected or the next Democrat. Woo. Then you have John Roberts, which you and I know, all right? Chief Justice John Roberts, they got something on him. Yeah, they got something on him. We don't have time for that. Then you have the black guy. Just joking, relax. Clarence Thomas. Between Thomas and Alito, my favorite. And then you have Breyer, right? Is that Breyer or Stevens? Whatever his name is. He has a Clinton holdover. I think it's Breyer. I'm just doing it off the top of my head, all right? I studied this, S.H. asterisk. So now we got two Trump justices. Here's my prediction that could happen. Buzzy could go down at any time. There's always going to be the chance that she doesn't get to the hospital in time. That could be 3. Clarence Thomas wants to retire. He does. This old dude wants to retire, but he wants to make sure Trump's reelected. So that could be 4. And then Breyer or Stevens, whatever his name is, he's in his 80s. Yes, I said it. It is out there. It is possible as you look at this that Justice, the last one there, could go to the hard way or the easy way. I don't know. Just say it. He's in his 80s. You know, he could choke on a taco. Boom. All of a sudden, if Trump's reelected, he could have picked 5 Supreme Court justices, 5 out of 4, one president. Now, you do your research today and see when's the last time one president got 5 out of 4. Trump could 5 out of 4 affect this court for another 25 years. Holy mackerel. Short break. Short break. Don't take too long. We're coming back with another segment. We're not done.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Circuit World has 9-piece living room packages at incredible prices. Get this stylish sofa and love seat, 3 tables, 2 lamps, 43-inch 4K TV, and stand, all for only $1699.99 or $129.99 a month. Or get this 9-piece living room and reclining sofa and reclining love seat, now only $1999.99 or $149.99 a month. These packages are amazing. Stop in today at one of our 5 locations and get the furniture you've always wanted at Circuit World.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
Hey, folks, we're back. Excuse me. I'm your host. We are cranking up our sports department, Team F1 Sports. So students, college students, high school students, moms, dads, boom, let us know. Get involved. All right, number one, we're going to run through this quickly. I can't do justice to every picture. I'm going to throw something out. So let's go with number one. Trump says he does not want Dr. Fauci to testify in front of the House. Trump gets it. Fauci is deep state. Sorry, upsetting to some. And the House is only preparing their next impeachment 2.0. Want Fauci. It's a setup. Number two, the White House said it would allow Fauci to testify to the Senate Health Committee on May 12th, not the House. Number three, 134 deaths by August, doubling his previous prediction. Trump downplays new models projecting spike in death. Number four, one-on-one with President Trump. These models have been so wrong from day one. Look, President of the United States, I don't give a lot of advice, but Donald Trump, tell every single person and every news network that you interview with, they're not allowed to put anything underneath you besides President Donald Trump. If they don't agree to that, you don't do the interview, okay? They like to put these bylines under. Number five, President Trump tours factory without a mask. We've done that this morning. We'll get past that, okay? Number 10, Arizona coronavirus death count climbs by 33. How many millions of people in Arizona? The Arizona Health Department reported 33 new deaths from coronavirus Tuesday, a day after the state reported 0 fatalities. But Trump wore no mask. He did not wear a mask, however you want to say it. I got to get quick, and he probably killed a lot of people. Number 11, Arizona Governor Doug Ducey, barbers and salons to reopen. Okay. Now, let me say this, and I don't want to sometimes when I don't have enough time to present what I'm saying, I don't want to leave the air with it hanging out there. So obviously, here's my opinion. Not that the 2 hours is not my opinion, but here's my opinion. Small business, hey, cake and bake. Yes, can we help you? Would you like us to bake your wedding cake or send us a dozen, cupcakes? No, we're here to close your business. What? Close my business? Yes, we're here to close your business. Hang on just a minute. I was wondering if you would be here. You go to back, you come back. Okay, here's the documents. Sign them. What do you mean? Buy the damn thing. I built it. I worked my ass off. I got the flour all over my apron. And you're not going to the door and say I'm closed? No problem, buddy. I'm ready to take the apron off, go to the house, sip some iced tea, and look out in the backyard at the crystal water in the pool. Right? Here's the purchase price. We're not buying your business. We're just here to tell you it's closed. Oh, well, let me tell you. If you give me this amount, I will give you the keys and walk out that damn door. You do what you want with it. Until then, you get the hell out of my store. Just saying. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's go to, we got the whistleblower. We'll do this one tomorrow, number 13. Okay, the whistleblower 13. We have another whistleblower. Okay, here he is, number 14. I just got to move on with these. You see that? We don't want to leave out that we understand 15. Most recently, I witnessed government leadership rushing blindly into a potentially dangerous situation by bringing in a non-FDA approved chloroquine from Pakistan and India. Number 16, this is impeachment 2.0. That's why they want Fauci before the House. The House brings impeachment articles. Remember that? Senate, whatever. Okay, trial. Here it is, number 18. Let's go with 18. I want to show you that real quick. Ousted vaccine. There you go. Ready. Now, here is a list of stuff we'll go over tomorrow. They're polling. Number 19. Okay. What should be the most important factor in lifting restrictions? Your depression? Your alcoholism? Not having the money to get a cigarette in a bottle? No. People getting sick and economic downturn. Over 20% unemployment or 20% unemployment, and they are enjoying it. Okay, number 20. What should be more important factor in lifting restrictions? People getting sick and economic downturn. Let me tell you why people getting sick, okay? We no longer put people out like a bird naturally kicks them out of the nest and you fly. We no longer put people out there, okay, to make it. We don't put no pressure on people to make it. You get hungry, you'll go to work. You get hungry, you'll take care of your children. Period. Number 21, states will start lifting restrictions. States will start too quickly, 63. Not quickly enough. Not quickly enough are the people that are trying to make a living to feed their families. 63 could be as high as grouping in senior citizens with lefties down in the basement that are working from home. Oh, they're not really got a job. Number 22, just what you see, this media, what they're up against. Number 24, White House to wind down coronavirus task force. The reason the president has to wind the coronavirus task force down is so he doesn't have to go out on a daily basis and say some things, and then they can book Fauci at night to dispute the president. What are we going to do if we don't have nothing to dispute? How, if we have Fauci on, we can't start out with the president said this today. All right, we got to move on. That's what the president's saying. Number 25, wind down coronavirus. There you go. Number 26. Number 29, where's the beef? Remember that? 1984, look it up. U.S. food supply chain under pressure. Analysts, nearly 1 in 5 Wendy's fast food stores without beef. Let me tell you what to do. Cut out the double, cut out the triple. Just put the single out there and go with it, damn it. Somebody, you want 3 patties and triple? Hell no, we're cutting back. Anyhow, and your doctor said you should anyway, your cholesterol. Where's the beef? 1984, 30. Frontier Airlines let customers pay to block middle seat. Hey, you can block that middle seat. Number 31, Fauci there. Yes, number 31. You remember this guy? Number 32, Intel chief nominee. Virus will be top priority. John Ratcliffe, director of national intelligence nominee. Oh, lots getting ready to happen. 33, Fauci can't testify. Trump haters. We're not going to let him testify and try to build. You remember that guy? Oh, forget it. We don't have time. Number 34. White House COVID-19 task force to be wound down in late May. We're all stressed out. What will we do? What will the doctor correspondence or our contributor, our next contributor or doctor, I just got a shower, fix my hair. I'm sitting in front of, my bookcase. But let me tell you what I think. Number 36. What about those protesters again in China? Number 37, Hong Kong will not be at peace unless the violence is eliminated. 38, China warns protesters, we will not sit idly by. We won't do it. Throw a virus on your ass. Number 39, White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett, unemployment rate could reach 20. Here's one we're concerned about. Number 41. Disney profits plunged 91%. We really care about that, right? Hold on, let me get this. Let me see if there's anything else, because I know we have to go. Number 53, I'm going to end with this. Okay, World War, I got so much stuff. Let me go through. World War II, why? Why do we have to, why is coronavirus in there? Why can't coronavirus have an asterisk and say this many dead due to China, the China attack? I might want to put something else up. Oh, here's one. And we'll end with this. Number 57. We're going to talk about it tomorrow. I wish I'd had time to go into it. The president is not well. He's not well. His mental state, He's just not well. And they are here to tell you that he's not well. They don't want to tell you he's well because Joe Biden. So if Joe Biden's not well, let's say Trump's not. And here is number 60. I did say this. States should not allow the following businesses to open now. Movie theaters, 82%. Gyms. Hey, I might go to the gym just to hang out so I can see people. Nail salons. Check them out. Dine-in restaurants. A table for 2? No, a table for 12. We're going to sit right next to each other. Gun stores. Barbershops and hair salons. I'm going to save a lot of these, Destiny. You don't have to leave them, but I'm going to save a lot of them, okay? I am your, I like to be right, and I am your hashtag BKP, great Donald J. Trump interpreter, and I will be back tomorrow morning, Thursday. Take us out here.